G'day, I thought I'd probably give you a bit of a tip about sunscreen and some of the myths, mysteries, dangers and safety aspects with using them. First of all, the best thing you can do to avoid getting skin cancers is to stay out of the peak day sun. So it's now about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a pretty good time to get your vitamin D exposure now, where it's not going to be as burny. Also, wearing a hat and sunglasses is great. It's not going to cause any harm to anybody. Now, sunscreens. There's a whole lot of different sunscreens on the market, and they can contain a number of different ingredients. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, and some of them are unknown. So I like to err on the side of conservativeness and avoid ingredients that are relatively unknown and untested. So the ones that are good are the zinc oxide, not nanoparticles of zinc oxide, just plain old zinc oxide. That's what used to be in the quite white sunscreens, and that's a physical barrier sunscreen. There is also nanoparticles of zinc oxide and nanoparticles of titanium dioxide, which are also physical barrier sunscreens. Now, physical barrier is the first type of sunscreens, and these block the sun on the outside of your skin, reflect the light, and that's great. They don't get into your body at all. But the nanoparticle side of things, if you have little cuts and scratches and things like that, or if you're using the sprays and you're breathing some of it in, that could cause problems. We don't know enough about that yet, so possibly avoid those ones. The next side of sunscreens are the chemical ones. So if you look on the ingredient list of the sunscreens, you'll see a whole lot of long words, and that's usually not the best sign. But there are some things like oxybenzone, which are known to bleach coral, suspected to disrupt hormones and might even be carcinogens as well. And octinoxate is another one that's been known to bleach coral as well. These are chemicals that absorb into your skin, and they convert the sun's damaging UV rays just into normal heat or infrared heat. So that's what stops the UV penetrating your skin. But in that process, they sometimes break down into other things which can cause the same sort of free radical damage that you're trying to prevent by being in the sun. So you've got to weigh up the pros and cons, and if you've got a whole lot of chemicals, regardless of whether or not they're going to cause health issues for you, they're probably going to cause health issues for the environment as well. So I would recommend sticking with the zinc oxide based ones in a fairly safe substrate, which is, like a vitamin E cream or some oils and plant extracts that help to smooth them out over your body. Now, what does SPF mean? Well, this is your skin protection factor. So if it says 45 like this one does, that means it will protect 45 times what your skin will. So if your skin would burn in 1 minute in the middle of the day, it will take 45 minutes to burn with this sunscreen. The other thing is that they base that SPF number on their own tests. So their tests could be that they put it on this thickly and then tested it to SPF 45. So just be really cautious about that. In New Zealand it's unregulated, and in New Zealand our ozone hole and ozone exposure is much higher. We have a significant quicker sunburn time than the rest of the world, so especially in New Zealand we've got to be more careful than we do in other places. Thanks.